I am a fervent capitalist. I have no problems with capitalism, and I have no problems with them being for profit. Regulate the capitalism, regulate the ownership, so that it isn't, four or five, what is it, four companies now owning 95% of what you see, read, or hear. As Ben Bad Dickian said, if you want true independence in journalism, you have to have diversity of ownership. So there needs to be. I like the idea of competition, because the competition in a capitalistic movement leads to, you put a reporter out on the street, you got to break a story. You want readers, you got to bring me something that nobody else has. So that I love how the competition spurs on really good investigative reporting, which is the basis of all reporting. But I don't think we're going to get it unless we break up media monopolies.
The other aspect is of what you're talking about with more of the individual reporters and how they're being impacted, right? Pete Hegseth in the Department of Defense kicking out all the press and then inviting in only those members who, frankly, would have never been press
Laura Loomer
credentials.
is not a reporter.
Yeah, but who will carry their water, who will just take what they are fed and generally run with it. Now, the good news is that because, again, we're not in an authoritarian system, we're in a patrimonialistic system, there's still press, there's still news stories being broken. There are still Pentagon stories that come out daily that are critical of the U.S. government, deservedly so, even though they might not be inside the Pentagon, because people can still speak out, at least, or maybe I want to say speak up quietly, privately, as whistleblowers, hopefully lawfully. And that is at least the good side of things. I mean, there's no shortage of great news stories that are coming out, but it's because people on the inside are starting to say, what the hell is going on? This isn't right. And they're rebelling against. I mean, it's interesting. There was no deep state in the way Trump and MAGA have described it, other than they are creating it. They literally created their own fictitious
deep
adversary and nemesis because of the notion of the people on the inside who are rising against the administration, who never would have done that before. They just would have continued on with their jobs, as the vast majority of federal workers do day in and day out, no matter which administration is in power. You've got Democrats who work in Republican administrations, Republicans who work in Democrat administrations, communists, socialists, agnostics, atheists, I don't know, come up with whatever.
Druids. There's a lot of druids out there. You got to watch out for the druids.
Right? It's what they are in their personal life, and they don't let it bleed over into their careers until now.
Yeah.
Because now, with, again, going back to my first story on the destruction of the rule of law, that doesn't sit well with a lot of people, including people, thankfully, who voted for Donald Trump.
There you go. With that thought, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, round 2 of the stories of the year. So far, we've got the destruction of the press and the destruction of, of independent voices and lawyers and a unitary presidency. Stick around. We will be right back.